Hello, I'm Trace.
And I'm Sam.
And we're your hunky pizza delivery boys. And this one's got extra sausage. And this is from our perspective.
Ew.
Oh yeah. That's where this episode's starting off with.
Yeah, I guess so.
Extra you guys ready for this one?
No, I don't like this.
This is the sexy episode.
It's not. I don't know why you're doing this.
I don't know either. I don't know. Sam?
I don't know.
Help me. Help me help you.
I don't know what's happening. I'm scared.
How have you been?
I've been good. It's been a while since we've done this.
It has been a while. It's been like a week since we've talked, which is very strange.
I'm good.
I'm also good. I'm doing fine. I can tell you one thing in my life that's really keeping me going is the exciting news about the Endgame, the Avengers Endgame movie that's coming up.
Is there new news?
I don't know if it's in the news, but it's coming up. It's coming up next month in April.
Yeah.
But it's coming up soon. We went and saw Captain Marvel together, and we might go see Avengers together. If not, we'll definitely go see it. We'll see what happens. But I've heard some crazy things about this movie.
Oh, I bet I can come up with crazier.
Oh yeah? Is that a challenge?
That's a. I don't want to put that on my shoulders.
Well, okay, so there's a lot of theories floating around.
Yeah.
I think me and Sam have some of our own that we kind of want to throw into the ring. The biggest one circulating on the internet right now, though, that I'll bring up is that the Avengers are going to have Ant-Man shrink down really small, climb inside Thanos' butt, and then expand and destroy him from the inside.
Yeah, I've heard that one too.
See, I don't know why they would do the butt route. They could do it from any route. I feel like going into his ear would be a lot safer and would be a lot more effective.
But that's not nasty.
That's not as funny. That's not as funny because it doesn't say butt. Do you have any fresh hot theories?
Do I have any theories?
Because I do.
Oh, well, you start then. If you have one.
Based on all of the trailers that I've seen,
is this a genuine theory that you're about to give me?
Yeah, of course. I think
I don't trust that.
I think that it's all that Thanos has actually been dead this whole time, and that Tony Stark can see dead people.
That doesn't explain a lot.
Are you sure? Because if you really go back to it and think about all the other movies, it makes a lot more sense than you'd think.
I don't think it does.
Are you sure though? I mean, 10 years of Marvel movies.
Are you saying that Tony Stark can see dead people and all these superheroes are actually just dead people? Is that what you're saying?
No, just Thanos is dead.
Just Thanos.
Yeah, all these other superheroes are just crazy.
So everybody else is hallucinating a giant purple guy with a glove.
Well, they all see what they want to see. Captain America sees a Nazi because he likes punching Nazis in the face. Spider-Man sees a big science test coming up because he likes to beat those.
No, it's a pizza.
A big pizza.
Pizza time.
That was perfect.
That was in unison.
That was in unison. Drax sees Thanos because Thanos killed his family before he died.
But hold on. Oh, before
Thanos died, yeah.
Yeah.
So Drax, I guess, technically also sees dead people.
But in a different way.
Yeah, in like a different way. Like in a mourning way.
Oh, this is idiotic.
But it's probably gonna happen.
I think here's a really groundbreaking theory that the title Endgame comes from that line Doctor Strange said,
where he says
we're in the Endgame. This is
the Endgame now, Mr.
Do you think
Stark,
that
and then he does magic and kills Tony right there.
I think you're remembering wrong. I was going for a different joke where I said something really obvious.
Oh, okay. I have a second theory.
Okay, I'll give one more after this
Okay.
too.
My second theory is that the whole time um, Thanos is okay, wait. Let me back it up. I can't just
Okay,
start at Thanos. Okay?
okay, that's too far
Yeah,
in.
it's
We got
too
to go
far in.
further
That's too
back.
far in. Going further back, it all starts with Iron Man, and
Okay.
in this was it the second Iron Man where he reveals that he was Iron Man? Yes, it
No,
was.
he reveals it at the end of the first one.
Okay, he does it at the end of the first one. So after that, he's just kind of like on this like press release high where he just can't stop like getting too much press. So this has all been orchestrated by Iron Man, just so he can get even more famous. So technically, Iron Man is Thanos.
Hold on, you made a huge logic leap there.
What do you like?
You okay? You just said like okay, so Tony Stark set up this Iron Man stuff so he'd be famous, and then he's Thanos.
No. He set up.
Can you
He
give
didn't
me
set
a?
up.
Can
He
you give
didn't.
me some
No, he didn't
connection?
set up the Iron Man stuff. He set up everything. Like everything else is fake. So like Thor is just some Australian guy. Hawkeye is
Right.
just some bow guy. He makes it all look like it's happening.
Maybe I got a great one. Maybe Iron Man is making movies about superheroes.
And he casts himself
And
as like the charismatic one who's like really
yeah,
good.
yeah. And see, we're just seeing the movie that he made.
And Iron Man's actually real.
And then at the end of like Endgame, he's like, "Cut,
Cut.
great work, guys. That's a
My
wrap."
favorite theory about Endgame is the one where Chris Pratt, all of Chris Pratt's famous characters meet up at the same time and place. So the little
And they
Lego,
fight each other.
well, no, they all help each other. So the little Lego guy from the Lego movie, but he's like really
Okay.
small. He's like Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Um, and then there's the Jurassic World guy, and then
He's
there's
got his raptor.
yeah,
Right?
he's got his raptor, and
Blue.
then there's of course Peter Quill of Star Lord fame, and then there's
Yes.
Andy Dwyer from Parks and Rec.
That's
But he's
right.
actually the FBI alter ego of Andy Dwyer.
Well, there's also he played a cowboy in the remake of
the Magnificent
Magnificent
Seven.
Seven.
I almost said the Ridiculous Six or the Hateful Eight, both of which would have been wrong.
both of which, yes, would have been very wrong because
Why
those are
did
not
three
same-
movies about the Western genre, all with titles revolving around a group of people, with the number of the people in the group come out like within a span of a year?
Now you do know that the Magnificent Seven is an old movie.
Well,
right?
it was, and then they remade
Yeah.
it the same time they made the Hateful Eight and the
It's
Ridiculous
just a weird
Six.
coincidence, I guess.
Because, and then here's the other thing:
Adam
It
Sandler
went-
had Adam Sandler had a shitty comedy script, and he's like, "What do we name this?"
Well, this
they're
and
like,
someone
"What about
and
this?"
someone goes, well, this is it was originally called The Six. And
I said, "This is
this
ridiculous."
is yeah, Kevin James, who wasn't
I've
in-
seen Crazy, but this is ridiculous.
Kevin James, who wasn't in the movie, but read it, said this is ridiculous, and then he goes on to say how Paul Blart doesn't show up, and I'm mad that I'm not in your movie. But
I wish. Oh my God, Paul Blart, the sheriff,
Paul Blart,
and he's got like a donkey that he like stands on top of, like
Paul
a Segway.
Blart sheriff with a donkey, who is also the president from the movie Pixels,
Okay,
shows
we
up
have-
and defeats Thanos.
We brought it back. See,
Bring it back.
I was about to say we. You knew I was about to say we were tangenting, so you brought it back.
Here's the thing: there's a secret trailer for the Ridiculous Six that has it's kind of the Paul Blart trailer, where it focuses on Paul Blart getting his signature, both presidential power and his signature donkey and sheriff power.
And he gets this secret seventh infinity.
Yeah, he eats it because he's fat, and that's the joke. And he's riding around doing stopping outlaws and stuff, and then a portal opens up, and he rides through it, and then Thanos is there, and he shrinks down and goes inside Thanos' butt. And
Why would he do that?
Turns out Paul Blart was actually Scott Lang this whole time.
This is ridiculous, but I love it. I wish. Okay, if you walked in the Endgame, sat down, and that happened, how would you feel?
What if the Russo boys had figured out a way just to like make it to where whatever you wanted to see happen would happen? Then Paul Blart would show up in that movie. Because that's what I want to happen, and that's what I want to see.
Well, we can only hope. I guess we'll find out.
I hope before they get too old. I mean, they never will. The Adam Sandler bunch, all of his friends. Can we just hope and pray that they will make an Avengers reboot after all of the other Avengers actors stop doing their characters?
I mean, Adam Sandler would make a great Iron Man.
Adam Sandler is Iron Man. Kevin James is the Hulk.
David Spade is Captain America.
David Spade is, of course, Captain America, but he's got the mullet. He's like the Joe Dirt David Spade.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider is, of course,
Thor.
See, I was about to say that, but then I thought David Spade would be a better Thor because he has long blonde hair.
Maybe Rob Schneider should be Captain America.
Maybe Schneider, we miss Cap. Because Rob Schneider and Adam Sandler always butt heads in those movies.
There we go. Civil War.
Bam. There it is.
It is.
Of course, Chris Rock is
Black Panther.
Is the Black Panther, of course. That seemed a little more racist than I think either of us intended it to seem.
No, it was a joke. He could be
Falcon.
Yeah. He could be Don Cheadle.
He could be War Machine.
Oh yeah, that's his name. I always forget.
Be Don Cheadle. There's a character War Machine, and then Chris Rock also shows up as the actor Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle's in the movie.
Yeah, obviously.
Al Pacino is in the movie as well.
He is the Dunkachino.
The new Marvel superhero Dunkachino.
He's Thanos.
He's the big bad that they have to get for the advertising deal.
Oh, God. Okay. Are we done here?
Wait, is there anyone else in the Adam Sandler bunch?
I don't. Well, Steve Buscemi. Is Steve Buscemi part of it?
Steve Buscemi.
He kind of is.
Steve Buscemi would be Hawkeye because he's got those nice buggy eyes that let him see all around.
Maybe Doctor Strange.
Maybe Doctor Strange.
That'd be very fun. I would actually love to see that.
Steve Buscemi is actually a wonderful actor, and how he got thrown in with that bunch of wacky characters, I don't know.
Yeah, like I would genuinely like to see Steve Buscemi do Doctor Strange.
That would be very interesting.
No offense to Benedict Cumberbatch.
No offense to Benedict, but Steve Buscemi would definitely kill that role a lot better.
That's right.
And that's our in-game theories.
Yeah, that's our theories, I guess. Or just kind of our ideas. Our theory is
that in Endgame, they're going to recast them all as the Adam Sandler bunch.
I'd love that.
That would be great. I would actually love to see the exact movie that they've already made, because it's made by now. Like, they're just waiting to release it. The exact movie, just with different actors. Like, the same script, the same tone, everything. Just different actors. No extra comedy, no extra fart jokes. Just the Adam Sandler as Iron Man.
Just they're switched in.
Yeah.
It would. Trace, I'm just gonna say it'd be a worse movie.
Are you sure?
It would just be worse.
Are you sure though?
Yeah, I am pretty darn sure.
I mean, that's where we can agree to disagree.
If there's no stupid comedy that I can laugh at.
If there's no funny fart jokes and Adam Sandler being both him and a twin sister, then it's not.
And when
good.
when I say laugh at, I mean I'm laughing at Adam Sandler for writing those. I don't know if he writes it.
Do you really think Adam Sandler puts any of the work into it?
No, I don't. But
can we?
No offense to Adam Sandler.
For an hour talk about Adam Sandler movies?
No, I guess we could. Do you want to do that instead?
Let's give it a couple more minutes. No, I've said everything I need to say about Adam Sandler.
Okay.
Maybe we'll do that in the future when we completely run out of ideas like Adam Sandler has.
Yeah, we'll just talk about Adam Sandler.
What if we switch this over to a podcast where each week we talk about an Adam Sandler movie?
Then I'll kill myself.
All right. We actually have a topic. We have somewhere to go with this podcast.
Believe it or not.
Ripley's Believe It or Not. Sam has a topic this week.
I do.
And what is that topic, big boy?
Well, I was sitting and I was thinking, I was like, I remembered this AI generated Harry Potter chapter. And I was like, that was fun.
Wait.
So I thought maybe we could talk about that.
AI, like
And you don't know about this.
artificial intelligence, right?
Yes, artificial intelligence.
So,
Not,
how much do you know about this?
well, I've got it in front of me.
Do you have everything, all the information in front of you right now? Can I
All
ask
the
you?
information about how this got made? No.
Okay. Do you have
Do
any
you want me?
knowledge?
Do you
of how
want me
it
to
got
look
made?
that up?
Well, I'm curious if they put all of the information from the 7 Harry Potter books, 6 Harry Potter books, a certain amount of Harry Potter books. I'm curious if they put all of the text from those into an AI brain and then was like, write a chapter.
I mean, I assume that's what they probably did.
I mean, yeah, that makes the most sense. Have you seen all this stuff while you're looking
Fed the
that up?
text. Botnik Studios, the people who made this
Yeah.
AI, fed the text of all 7 Harry Potter books into Predictive Writer,
Okay.
its new predictive keyboard, then wrote a new Harry Potter chapter, and I'm not going to say it, using sentences that the program constructed.
Have you seen all this while you're getting all of this info, all this amazing information ready?
Do you want to know more than that?
No.
That's
no,
like
no,
everything.
No. Just go back to the actual chapter itself. Have you seen all this stuff that J.K. Rowling is doing with the Harry Potter
Oh,
characters?
yeah.
Do you want to talk about that for just a second?
Yeah, sure.
So, for those of you who don't know, J.K. Rowling, a very, I guess you would say she wants to be very woke.
Yeah.
And it's almost to the point where she kind of forces her own wokeness. Wokeness being that she wants to seem with the times, especially in the PC culture. So originally it came out, and I mean, I have no qualms with what she's saying. I just have issues with the way she's going about it. Originally, when they were making a new Harry Potter movie, they cast Hermione with a black actress, and people were freaking out. And it was like, Hermione's not black. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care. That's not the point. I really care about. It came around that J.K. Rowling was like, I never once said that Hermione was white. And then someone who had read the books said, J.K., you did say that. And there's like one sentence in one of the books, I don't know which book it is, but it says Hermione's white face. Now it could be that Hermione was actually black and she just got doused in baby powder or something. I don't know.
Right. That's
but
probable.
And then it came out where she was like, Dumbledore is actually gay, which no issue. But I guess my issue with the whole thing is put it in the books if you want it to be part of their character.
Yeah, I get it.
Like, why come out later? Because then you're not doing anything to enrich their character with that information. You're just saying it's an afterthought for you.
Yeah.
You just want to seem more inclusive when you should be more inclusive when you write.
Well, it is. I don't know how old these books are now. They're like 15 years old.
When are we going to get to the point where we start rebooting books? Do you think J.K. Rowling's going to be the first person to do that, where she rewrites the Harry Potter series?
That'd be crazy.
I'd hate it.
That'd be weird. I can't imagine that.
See, here's the thing, is I don't see that being so much of a far shot. I think that's possible in the near future.
Why?
Because
what would you change?
Well, apparently J.K. Rowling has a lot to change.
Fair point.
But anyway, it's just she's.
But like the way movie remakes have been working, it's a different person takes over.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true, but they're just like rebooting a lot of movies for.
Well, and the way it could work in a good way is another person takes over and they tell the story in their way and pull
that would
new
be
things out of
there's
it. That's the way you would like it to go. And the bad way it usually goes is they just remake it beat for beat, and it's just a shittier version of the original. All right, let's get into this chapter.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's stop talking about reboots.
I mean, we can if you want to.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I would love to actually hear because I would imagine when this came out, it became a little bit of a meme because I remember seeing all over the place. Um, like I fed I fed an entire script of a movie into an AI and it popped this out. It popped out a scene or something like that.
Yeah. I've got another one other than Harry Potter here too. So.
Okay, well, J.K. Rowling, if you're listening, start taking notes.
Yeah, this is written by an AI.
Yeah.
The title of the book is called Harry Potter and the Portrait of What Looked Like a Large Pile of Ash.
Harry Potter and wait, okay. Harry Potter and
God.
the Portrait of What Looked Like a Large Pile of Ash?
Yes.
Okay. Just so we're on the same page. Keep going.
Chapter 13. The Handsome One.
Keep going.
The castle grounds snarled with a wave of magically magnified wind. The sky outside was a great black ceiling which was full of blood.
Wait. Before you keep going.
Okay.
Have you read Harry Potter before?
I've read the first book.
I haven't read any. Is this anything similar?
No, it doesn't sound like a crazy person wrote it.
Okay. Keep
The
going.
only sounds drifting from Hagrid's hut were the disdainful shrieks of his own furniture.
What? It was because he's such a big, large man.
That's right. The furniture was very sad.
They were just like, put us out of our misery.
Magic. It was something that Harry Potter... Magic. It was something that Harry Potter thought was very good.
Okay.
Leathery sheets of rain lashed at Harry's ghost as he walked across the grounds towards the castle.
Leathery?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing that's happened. In the other 12 chapters, Harry Potter has briefly died and become a leathery... the rain is leathery.
The rain is leathery.
The rain is leathery.
Which makes no sense.
Harry Potter recently died and is now a ghost, and in the ethereal plane, rain has more of a leather texture to it.
Yeah.
Instead of wetness.
Well, Ron is also there.
Is he dead?
Well, Ron was standing there and doing a kind of frenzied tap dance.
Okay. It's because his best friend is dead, and he's like, "Oh, Harry."
He saw Harry and immediately began to eat Hermione's family.
Out of grief, of course, because he saw his best friend's ghost.
Yes. Ron's Ron shirt was just as bad as Ron himself.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what that means either.
Well, it's saying that he expects to wear... So, Ron had been transmogrified into something other than himself, and he was wearing a shirt with his face on it, so people knew.
Yeah. I'm sure that's it.
Yeah.
I love how you're trying to rationalize any of this.
Well, I mean, we're missing 12 of the chapters so far. This is chapter 13, the handsome one.
If you two can't clump happily, I'm going to get aggressive, confessed the reasonable Hermione.
That just sounds like something that I would hear from a Harry Potter book.
Am I reading a Harry Potter book right now?
Well, if you put that sentence, if someone were to Photoshop that sentence onto the book page of an actual Harry Potter book, I'd be like, yep.
I don't think I would.
Well, I mean, I don't know what clumping is. I would think it was some kind of tap dancing.
What about Ron magic? Offered Ron to Harry.
Well, because he wants to be transmogrified back into himself.
What about Ron magic?
What about Ron magic?
Have we tried that?
Yeah.
Ron was a loud, slow, and soft bird. He was a bird.
Exactly. See? He was transmogrified into a bird.
Did you write this?
Yes.
Trace wrote this. Harry did not like to think about birds. Death Eaters are on top of the castle, Ron bleated, quivering.
See, at this point, it took a very sharp turn, but I felt like that was the natural progression of the story.
Ron was going to be spiders. He just was. He wasn't proud of that, but it was going to be hard not to have spiders all over his body after all is said and done. Look, said Hermione, obviously there are loads of Death Eaters in the castle. Let's listen in on their meetings.
Some political discourse, of course.
Yes. You want to try and explain that?
Well, I mean, so in the first 12 chapters, the Death Eaters show up, and they come with a letter from a judge saying, "This is actually our castle now."
I like this is the best part is you don't even know what a Death Eater is. I don't really know.
No, I
what
know.
a Death Eater
I've
is.
seen a little bit of the movie.
You've seen the movies though.
A little bit.
So
Not, I haven't seen an entire movie start to finish. I've seen bits and pieces. So the Death Eaters show up, and they can talk now. And they.
I think you're thinking Dementors.
Oh, okay, yeah. I am thinking of the wrong thing. What's a Death Eater?
Yeah, I think it's just bad wizards.
Oh, okay, so the Death Eaters... Okay, so this makes more sense. The Death Eaters show up, and they have a letter saying, "This is our castle now. We're going to go to the roof and have some meetings."
Yeah, okay, and here's the next paragraph. The three complete friends zapped onto the landing outside the door to the castle roof.
Yeah, exactly.
They almost legged it, but witches are not climbing. Ron looked at the doorknob and then looked at Hermione with searing pain. "I think it's closed," he noticed. "Locked," said Mr. Staircase, the shabby-robed ghost. They looked at the door, screaming about how closed it was, and asked it to be replaced with a small orb. The password was, "Beef Woman," Hermione cried. Harry, Ron, and Hermione quietly stood behind a circle of Death Eaters who looked bad. Do you want to say anything about what I've just read?
I mean, that all makes sense to me.
I guess that's true. We're going to continue. "I think it's okay if you like me," said one Death Eater.
It's actually just a bunch of, little girls having a sleepover.
"It's okay if you like me. It's fine."
Like, they're calling their crushes.
"Thank you very much," replied the other, the first Death Eater confidently leaning forward to plant a kiss on his cheek.
Okay, so no, never mind. This is like a little high school part, or not, like a little middle school party where they're all playing spin the bottle.
"Oh, well done," said the second. As his friend stepped back again, all the other Death Eaters clapped politely. Then they all took a few minutes to go over the plans to get rid of Harry's magic.
Is Harry's magic similar to Ron magic?
I think it's different because it's Harry's magic.
Okay, I don't know why I'm asking you. I wrote this book.
That's true. You should tell me.
No, yeah, I mean, you're right. I was just seeing if you were paying attention.
Harry could tell that Voldemort was standing right behind him. He felt a great overreaction.
Wait.
Yes.
I was apparently on a lot of hallucinogenic drugs while writing this one.
Okay.
While writing chapter 13. So
the handsome one.
The handsome one. So the Death Eaters show up with a note. They're like, "Hey, we're having a little spin the bottle party. Don't come in. We'll be up on the roof."
Yeah.
Harry dies. Ron turns into a bird, and then is about to turn into spiders, and has a shirt of his face. Hermione
Don't forget that he ate Hermione's family.
He did eat Hermione's family as a bird. He had a big pelican bill and gobbled them all up. Hermione has no qualms with this at all. Says, "The Death Eaters are up there. Please, we have to go get them." They fly up somehow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To the door.
On their brooms.
And
he's a bird, so.
And Ron's a bird, about to be spiders, though. They fly up, and a staircase starts speaking. They notice that the door's locked, and still get through it. Still get right through it. And then
the password was Beef Woman.
Oh, yeah. They chanted out the password, and then the door opened. The Death Eaters, of course, have no patience to look back at the Potter gang as they worry about kissing each other on the cheek and clapping politely. And then Voldemort's there.
Yeah. And that's the summary of what's happened. We're only halfway through.
This is only halfway.
Yeah.
I really made this chapter
long. a little bit less. Or a little bit more, I mean.
Okay.
I'm gonna start at the top of the paragraph, and I don't want an interruption.
Okay.
Harry could tell that Voldemort was standing right behind him. He felt a great overreaction. Harry tore his eyes from his head and threw them into the forest. Voldemort raised his eyebrows at Harry, who could not see anything at the moment. Voldemort, you're a very bad and mean wizard, Harry savagely said. Hermione nodded encouragingly. The tall Death Eater was wearing a shirt that said, Hermione has forgotten how to dance. So Hermione dipped his face in mud.
Is that it?
What do you think of that? Well, that's the... I'm stopping there for a second if you want to say anything.
Hermione... Keep going. Hermione has forgotten how to dance. And she's going to learn.
I wonder if there's shirts that say that. I would love to have that shirt.
Hermione has
forgotten how to dance.
What mood does that describe?
Hermione, what?
What mood does that... Like, would she be distraught, mad?
If you dip someone's face in mud, I guess they'd be upset.
Oh, no. If you've forgotten how to dance. If Hermione had forgotten. I kind of want to turn this into an idiom.
Hermione's forgotten how to dance.
Yeah, just kind of like, you know, those famous idioms. Like, what does that describe?
It means nothing, because this is nonsense.
It's just like to describe when someone's, like, really forgotten something. Like, I don't know where I'm going with
Hermione's forgotten
how to dance. And we could, you know what? Let's make this marketable for us. Let's just drop the Hermione. Sam's forgotten how to dance.
There we go.
There it is.
Why does it have to be me, though?
Trace has forgotten how to dance. We've both forgotten how to dance.
God.
Save us.
Ron threw a wand at Voldemort, and everyone applauded. Ron smiled. Ron reached for his wand slowly. Ron's the handsome one, muttered Harry, as he reluctantly reached for his. They cast a spell or two, and jets of green light shot out of the Death Eaters' heads. Ron flinched. Not so handsome now, thought Harry, as he dipped Hermione in a hot sauce. The Death Eaters were dead now, and Harry was hungrier than he had ever been. The great hall was filled with incredible moaning chandeliers, and a large librarian who had decorated the sinks with books about masonry. Mountains of mice exploded. Several long pumpkins fell out of McGonagall. I skipped a period. Okay. Mountains of mice exploded. Several long pumpkins fell out of McGonagall. Dumbledore's hair scooted next to Hermione as Dumbledore arrived at school. It's gone off the deep end now. There's not even a plot anymore. He's just stunned.
What?
Are you understanding anything I'm saying? Keep up.
I mean, of course I am. I read...
Yeah.
Keep going, please. I'm hooked.
The pig of Hufflepuff pulsed like a large bullfrog. Dumbledore smiled at it and placed his hand on its head. You are Hagrid now.
You are Hagrid now.
I just picture that so vividly. Just kind of pats
pig.
it on the head.
He's just like, Hagrid. Hagrid's gone, I guess. So I gotta get some other big creature to be him.
See, I imagined it differently. I imagine him with, like, his eyes crossed, and he just, like, pats it on the head and goes, You're Hagrid now.
You're Hagrid now.
We're the only people who matter. He's never going to get rid of us, Harry, Hermione, and Ron said in chorus. The floor of the castle seemed like a large pile of magic. The Dursleys had never been to the castle, and they were not about to come there in Harry Potter and the portrait of what looked like a large pile of ash. Harry looked around and then fell down the spiral staircase for the rest of the summer.
Oh, that's a big staircase.
I'm Harry Potter, Harry began yelling. The dark arts better be worried. Oh boy.
Oh boy. He like fell and hit his neck a certain way and he goes, oh boy.
And that's the end of chapter 13.
Oof, 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 oof.
How do you like that?
Can we get all the chapters for that and print it and ship it, please?
I wish they could just like tell the AI to write the whole book.
Write the whole book, start to finish for me, please.
That's right.
That would sound like someone's schizophrenic rantings.
Yeah, it's on that time cube.
It's like the time cube. Oh,
we might get around to that eventually.
Maybe. Doesn't it say like a lot of horrible things in there?
That's true. Maybe we shouldn't talk about it.
Maybe we shouldn't. It's insane though. All right.
I'm gonna move on to the next one.
What is the next one? Please tell me.
It's a Scrubs script written by
Okay.
this.
So the TV show Scrubs, starring Zach Braff and other people. I can't remember any of their names.
Yes, I actually haven't seen Scrubs, so
I haven't either.
I guess I'm just gonna get into it then.
Yeah, let's just go right into it.
Exterior, outside of Sacred Heart Hospital. Dr. Carr pulls up and honks to the nurses. JD narration. A doctor does nice things. One thing is to carry money all the time and make a patient look at it.
Okay.
So that's
yeah,
a narration.
Like, yeah.
Dr. Carr crashes into JD, but not the JD that matters.
So
Music plays as everywhere waves inward. This one's gonna be crazy.
now I haven't
tell
seen
already.
Scrubs, but is the character JD cloned?
Yeah, does he have clones?
Is he cloned? Now I don't know which one JD is.
I don't either.
I'll look it up.
Okay.
You
I'm gonna
going.
keep reading.
Yeah, keep going.
The hospital entrance has a large pile of orange soda which the janitor stands before.
Okay.
Threatening others.
Real quick.
What?
Real quick. JD is Zach Braff.
Okay. So he just got hit by a car, but not the important one.
Yeah,
Not the one that matters.
Not the important JD.
Threatening the others away from it using his beaker of hospital juice. JD smiles. JD narration. The best part of being a doctor is your janitor is God.
Of course.
Of course. And then JD says out loud, "Oh no, I think the janitor's pretending to be a kidney doctor. We need to stop the machine." Janitor to JD. You're a quack smug on these lockers called life. No one in the middle of a busy day would like you, and I don't either. JD. You are the mean me, janitor. You got all the John Dorian potential with none of the flowers and dead dog. JD leaves to cut a patient. What is happening? I can't even follow this.
I don't even fucking know what's happening.
I think I'm going to leave it there because
It's crazy. It's nuts. It's cuckoo.
I can't read this.
Who was the doctor that hit? I'm just looking at all the characters.
Dr. Carr hit JD with a car?
Dr. Carr? There's no Dr. Carr character.
It might be abbreviated. Is there like a car something?
No, there's no car something. There's no car doctor.
It could be that they made a new character.
Dr. Carr. There's a Dr. Cox.
No, that doesn't start with CAR. I don't know what that could be. I really don't.
Dr. Oh, Carla Espinoza.
Okay, so Carla hit him.
Carla. Dr. Carla.
Yeah.
She's a registered nurse. She's not a doctor, though.
Okay.
RN Carr. Okay. That was bonkers.
I have a few jokes written by an AI. I don't know if it's the same one, but I'd like to give him a shot.
Crack them off.
Okay, what do you call a cat? Wait, hold on.
That was really good when it baffles the person reading it.
Well, it doesn't make any sense. What do you call a cat does it take to screw in a light bulb?
37.
They could worry the banana.
Am I right?
Am I right?
Okay.
Okay, how about this one?
How about it?
To be fair, you might have heard this one before, but what did the new ants say after a dog?
I don't know.
It was a pirate.
Now that's a good one.
I don't know what that means.
Are you sure? I mean, you obviously have to be smart enough for that joke.
I watch Rick and Morty. Thank you.
Well, obviously you haven't watched the 3rd season.
No, okay.
I could turn that around on you, buddy.
You sure did. Why did the monsters change a light bulb?
Because it's a Tuesday.
And a cow the cough.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying.
What do you call a pastor cross the road?
Dr. Carr. Dr. Carr.
He take the chicken.
He take the chicken. Yep. Am I right?
Oh God. Okay.
What the fuck is
Well,
wrong?
that's all I have here with AI
If
writing
Elon
things.
Musk ever says that AI is going to be the end of humanity again, I'm going to say fucking read these jokes, read these scripts, and tell me if it makes sense to you. These people will never be able to make anything
Well,
except for make enjoyment, make us
maybe
laugh.
they're faking it.
Maybe they're faking it.
Maybe they're like, let's write really bad stuff, and then
Maybe
they'll think we're incompetent, and then boom, Skynet.
Skynet, boom, Terminator,
Boom,
boom.
Arnold.
You know that is it? Yeah, it's Terminator 2. With the one that melts and stuff. Where the Terminator,
The
where Arnold
T-1000?
Schwarzenegger is actually the good guy.
Yeah.
The really scary scene that always terrified me as a child, where they're on the phone, and
Yeah.
the T-1000 has become a lady, and then stabs the man through the neck with knife hands.
Yeah. How old were you when you saw that?
I was young. It scared
Like
me.
2 weeks ago?
It was, yeah, I was 2 weeks younger. It scared me when she stabbed him with knife hands. And
No, I
that's
get
what I'm
that.
scared of with this AI that's happening.
That they're going to grow knife hands
I'm
and turn
scared
into
that
a
the
lady.
AI who made these scripts and these jokes is going to grow knife hands and stab me.
Well, maybe I'm an AI.
Oh, okay. Okay. You took a long pause.
Maybe
Thought,
I'm a knife hand.
maybe I am knife hands. Maybe you are, and I never knew.
Anyway, what happened today?
Anyway, what happened today?
Yeah, like
let me
historically speaking.
let me go to my notes so I don't royally f this one up. Today is March 25th, and in 1668, the very
Ooh,
first
an oldie.
yeah, an oldie, possibly a goodie, possibly.
Okay. Well, let's hear it.
In 1668, March 25th, the very first horse race took place in America.
Okay. I was about to call bullshit until you said America.
The first American horse race. I couldn't really find much else about it. I mean, of course, I found a couple of good facts, and I sent you some your way. But I mean, what's interesting about this very first American horse race is that we didn't really know how to ride horses back then. In the very first American horse race, the horses actually rode the backs of the jockeys.
That's a lie.
Are you sure? Were you there?
Yes.
Sam
I
is
was there.
actually
I was at the
immortal.
first horse race.
Sam's a time-traveling being.
Yep.
He is immortal.
I'm going to
Sam knows
defeat
that.
Thanos.
Sam's gonna defeat Thanos.
What if I was what would you do?
If you were in it,
What would you do?
I would freak out.
And I
I
punched
wouldn't-
Thanos and I was like, what now?
What now, bitch?
And I was wearing a t-shirt that said Hermione has forgotten how to dance.
See, I wouldn't know if my life was like in the Truman Show. I wouldn't know if my life was Truman Show because then, like, that makes we just figured that out. We just figured out that Hermione had forgotten how to dance.
Yeah.
That's
And I would have had to wear that like months ago
exactly. That's
when I was shooting with Josh.
oh,
We're on a first name basis.
of course, Josh Brolin. Yeah.
Yes, obviously.
Obviously. Have you ever thought about like what would happen if you walked up to a celebrity you never met and just called them by their first name? Like how
Hey,
that
Josh.
what's up, Josh? And the fact is that like someone like Josh Brolin calling them just Josh sounds like I always because you have to know celebrities by both of their names. It's always so crazy to me to think of them being called by just their first name.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you would, right?
Just imagine like walking up and being like, "Hey, Rob," like to Robert Downey Jr.
I thought you were gonna say Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider, or yeah, of course, Rob Schneider. You'd say hello, Robert, to Rob Schneider.
You'd say, well, and to Robert Downey Jr., you'd say, Hey there, Bobby.
Hey there, Bobby.
Hey there, Bobby. Because he loves to be called Bobby.
Bobby.
I'm sure. If any of you ever meet Robert Downey Jr., please call him Bobby.
Please
I'm
call
sure
him
he'd
Bobby.
love it.
He would love it. Do you have any good facts about the first American horse race?
Well, I was there.
Sam was there.
I think that's a pretty interesting fact.
That is a pretty.
It's a lie,
fact.
but horses back then, they were all green.
Like a neon green.
Well, no, like a grass green. That's how they blended in.
Horses blended in back then.
They didn't used to be as fast as they are now. They'd lay down on the ground when they got scared instead of run away from stuff.
Horses.
But eventually we started breeding them to run faster, and then they turned brown for some reason, and various other colors.
Horses back then also used to be very small.
Yeah, they were like, and they had like, they didn't have any legs. Oh shit! I'm thinking of snakes.
They were small and they slithered and they were green and they went, and some of them had rattles.
Oh, beans. I was thinking of snakes.
It was the first snake race in 1668.
That's why he became the celebrated jumping frog of San Joaquin County. I don't know. I just thought of that. I think that's Mark Twain.
Let's kick it over to Sam's Holiday Corner, where Sam's going to tell us about today.
It's March 25th.
It's my favorite holiday.
Drum roll, please. National Lobster Newburgh Day.
Okay, now I don't know where this is going.
I don't really know either, but Lobster Newburgh Day sounds fun to me. So.
What is Lobster Newburgh?
Lobster Newburgh is an American seafood dish made from lobster, butter, cream. Oh God, I don't know that word. Sherry, eggs, and cayenne pepper.
Can you spell the word you don't know?
No, I can't.
Why can't you spell it?
Because if I spell it, then I'll sound like an idiot.
Please spell it, because I want to know how to make lobster Newburgh, and I think
Cognac.
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 AC.
Yeah. Oh God.
Cognac.
I don't know. It's Kanye West.
Kanye West. That's the secret.
You got to put a little bit of Kanye West in there.
Lobster Newburgh. Cognac. Yeah, cognac.
Maybe, I don't know.
No, it is. It's a brandy.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not a complete idiot.
You knew it. You just second guessed yourself.
Yeah. Thank you. Main ingredient is lobster. Believe it or not. Newburgh is not the main ingredient in lobster. It's lobster. Okay. So I guess celebrate the day by making that dish.
Making that sweet dish.
Is Newburgh a place? Is there a place called Newburgh?
I'm
gonna look it up.
Yeah. In Kentucky. There's got to be a Newburgh.
Newburgh. Yeah, there's plenty of Newburgh. So I need you to go to Newburgh, the nearest one near you, and just get a bucket of lobsters and just dump them on the ground. That's lobsters. And
Where's
it's lobster
the closest
Newburgh.
Newburgh to us?
There's one in Louisville.
There's a Newburgh in Louisville?
There's a neighborhood in Louisville.
Sam.
We have to go dump
I work on Monday. We have to do it a different day. We have to, Sam.
Oh, no.
We have to.
All right, fine. Well, I guess we'll try.
Sam, we have to do this.
Go dump a bunch of lobsters on a street. Lobster Newburgh Day. All right, well, we're going to do it, so you guys have to.
Okay. Well, we can't make the promise that we are going to. I don't know how expensive lobsters are.
I think they're pretty we'll get some rubber ones.
Yes.
All right. Well, we can't blow the secret now, so.
It's fine. Anyway, let's
lobsters,
wrap up this. Oh, okay.
Well, hold on.
Keep going.
Okay, I just want to say lobsters are nasty.
I don't like any seafood. We know this. We've discussed.
Yeah, you don't
this.
like fish.
I don't like fish. I don't like the ocean. I don't like anything in it.
I think if there's one sort of fact that's been sustained throughout all of our podcast history, it's that Trace doesn't like fish. It's like it's come up in multiple episodes.
Well, because fish is like the ocean is such a big part of our world. I hate most of the world, basically. I hate 3/4 of the world. And maybe even a little bit more with all the garbage people that live on it.
Whoa.
There's a big portion of people who are garbage. There are a lot of people who aren't.
Like our listeners.
Like our
Everyone who
listeners.
listens is beautiful.
Everyone. Well, unless you
Okay.
do heinous things.
Okay, I guess you're right. But
But we still appreciate the listen.
yes, thank you.
Thank you, dearly.
Lobsters are they're giant sea scorpions, and that's
They're
nasty.
the only good thing about
Except
lobsters,
they're bigger.
Well, the only good thing about lobsters not being and like their relations to giant ski scorpions is
Skiing scorpions.
they don't have big stingers, which I like about lobsters.
But they're like 3 times bigger than a scorpion.
Have you ever noticed, like, does it kind of freak you out that, like, a lobster is typically, like, a brownish color, and then when it's boiled, it turns red?
Why would that bother me?
Well, because, like, I feel like...
Yes, I'm looking in the boiling pot, and I see it turning red, and I just have, like, an existential crisis.
Vietnam
Like,
flashbacks.
it's like the end of 2001: A Space Odyssey, and there's just, like, lights and, like, choral music.
Mainly, I can't speak today.
It's not that late, Trace.
It's not. I don't know why. Mainly like red because it's a red lobster.
Don't they like lobsters in Maine? So mainly,
It's red lobster, Cheddar Bay biscuits.
okay. We're gonna end this show now.
Stupid. Wait, do you like Cheddar Bay biscuits?
It's been a long time since I've been to Red Lobster.
It's been a very long time. I've only been once, but Cheddar Bay biscuits
considering
are
you hate
to
fish.
die for because I hate fish. Anyway, let's end this stupid fucking train wreck.
Okay, yeah.
Kill us now, put us out of our misery. But thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you. This has been from our perspective on what we'll never tell.
A lot of things.
A lot of different things this episode. But thanks for listening. We are pretty much wherever you find your podcasts nowadays. We're on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Podbean. Working on getting to Stitcher and some other apps that work with podcasts. But we're pretty much everywhere else. If you could leave a review, leave a rating on iTunes, that helps us out. Gets us at a certain point we'll get to a threshold where we can where we'll get foot traffic of people that we don't know, that we're not connected to, just kind of random people who might stumble across it every now and then. Like it, share it, of course. Give us any comments on YouTube. Give us a like. Let us know anything that you'd like us to change. And of course, if you have a topic in mind, send it to us and we'll talk about it maybe. And if it's not a big topic, we might do what we did last week, where we go through a bunch of little topics and give quick little lightning round tidbits of perspective. Other than that, if you want to follow us on any social medias and see what we're putting out into the world, maybe it's a funny little post that we find, or maybe it's an update on something with the channel. You could, of course, find us at FOP_pod on Instagram and Twitter. We're also on Facebook under Large Lads and YouTube under Large Lads. And we post the podcast every Monday. And we will post the video on YouTube later in the day on Mondays. Other than that, I think that's been it from us. This has been From Our Perspective. I've been Trace.
And I've been Sam.
Goodbye.
Toodaloo!